him to left center for a base hit. Lead runner around second. Relay to third. Not in time. He's safe.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. And man, I'll tell you, a line drive like that into the gap just feels so good. It's feedback that you had everything on time and in control from start to finish with your swing.
Rosa turning some heads with this recent stretch of impressive play. Line drive, base hit, fair ball down the third baseline. And they have their first hit since the first inning. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is.
Step off throw to first. Rosa dives back in safely.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that he can get.
Runner on the go. Out towards right center field. Marsh settles underneath it, and that will end the inning. So one here in the 6th game of this National League Championship Series. We go to the top of the 5th. Mike Trout stands in for the Phillies. That's hard hit on the line. Rosa makes the grab on the run. Back here in Nationals Park, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Alberto Rosa digging in for the Nationals. Hammered on a line to the left, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
The 0-2. Runner takes off. Swing and a ball popped in the air. He's got it. Throw behind the runner, and they've got him doubled off. Go ahead run on base. JT Realmuto steps in. Hard liner. And that's the 3rd out. 1 left for Philadelphia, so no change in the score. It's 3-3. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Now it's the Nationals cleanup hitter, Alberto Rosa. This one in the air, center field. Trout should have this one, and there's one away.
Woo, he was all over that first pitch fastball.
So 2 down. Dalen Lyle digging in for the Nationals. The Nationals down to their final strike. The Philadelphia Phillies are moving on. They're headed back to the World Series.
Congratulations to the National League champions. This team clearly excited, and they deserve every bit of this moment. Enjoy it now, but get yourselves ready for the biggest series of your lives.
Ganan los Phillies. Paquete esa mierda ya. Yo sé hace rato ya. Tú estás como cansada de comer de la dieta. ¿Qué es lo que están haciendo esta gente? Puesto nuevo aquí ahora. Vean. Ay, ay, ay. Ay. ¿Y qué es eso? ¿Y esa placa que me están dando? ¿Y esa placa? Explícame. Me dieron una placa, no sé ni de qué. Esta mierda.
And now Alberto Rosa. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, a tough play, and now there are runners at first and second. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. Swing, and he popped it up. Base hit. And they're happy to play station to station right here. Bases loaded, nobody out. And now it's Jake Berger to hit. Deal one. And that one is lifted in the air. Meadows should have this one. Brings it in. Runners tagging from second and third. Wood scores. Tags the runner, and it's a double play. Second inning set to go. Now here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, Dylan Dingler. And that one hammered. Rosa ranging back and caught on the warning track.
And he hammered that to straightaway center field. It's a deep part of the ballpark. Tell you what, that wind is blowing straight in. Got to be a big man if you're going to go through the wind of that part of the park. It just knocked that ball down.
Come on, swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And that's got extra bases written all over it.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Runner breaks for third. Hit weakly on the ground. One gone, bottom of the third inning. The tag, and he's out at the plate. And that's a double play. Back in Washington, D.C. All set for the start of the inning. Riley Green up now for the Tigers. There's a swing and a drive. That's down. One hops off the wall. Round second, digging for third. The throw to third, and he's out, trying for three. Rosa up now, trying to make this pitcher work, Singy.
Yeah, it's time to be annoying, Boog. Spoiler mode activated. Foul balls, deep counts, whatever it takes.
Rosa, a former Rookie of the Year, 23 years old. And he's a former Silver Slugger recipient in the National League. Hard hit left side. Throws to first. Third out, and that ends the frame. Two gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. That's a hit. Green hurries it back in. Go-ahead run into scoring position as he stops at second.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great. Now a good opportunity to potentially jump ahead in this game here in the later innings.
Oh, great stop. Fires to first. It's there, and that's a great play. Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the ninth. Rosa, batting with one down, takes a strike. On the ground, Anderson. Slinging it to first in time.
It's such a...
Rosa managed to keep the hitting streak alive. 3 hits in the ball game.
If he can consistently put up games like this one, they're more likely to get the win than the loss, even if it didn't work out today.
One down. Next to hit for the Nats, Alberto Rosa. That one ripped left field. Carrying well. Gone. So he goes yard to left. The Nationals strike first. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Back here in Nationals Park. We move ahead to the top of the second now. Wenzel. Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. He brought it back. What a play.
What an outstanding effort, going all the way back to the warning track and leaving his feet to bring that one in. It's so tough to jump on the run like that and time it perfectly. So that was awesome.
Up next for the Nationals, the center fielder, number 7, Alberto Rosa.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Wow, that ball was hit hard. Good job.
Here's C.J. Abrams to hit.
Back.
Quick move to first. Rosa back on a dive. Runner on the move. Fly ball to right. Perez under it. 2 away now.
Up next for the
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Luke Raley. So a walk puts runners at first and second.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
First and second, 2 outs. And now it's Luis Garcia. Here's the pitch. Both runners on the move. And this one squirts away from the catcher. So on the wild pitch, 2 guys advance. Now a step off to third. He'll score 3-0. Back in Washington, D.C. Bottom of the inning, Alberto Rosa digging in for the Nationals. Down the line, it's a base hit.
There you go. Find it. Find it. Yeah. Great job right there.
Here's C.J. Abrams now. Runner takes off. Up the middle. Throws to first in time. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion. 1 out. Runner at second. Luke Raley digging in for the Nationals. Man at second. Runner takes off. And right back to the mound. In plenty of time to first. 2 away. And now up for Washington, Luis Garcia. Pick off to third.
Now he's safe.
Back here in Nationals Park. Top of the 6th inning. Spencer Torkelson up now for the Tigers. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. This looks like extra bases. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
He was all over that one. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
To third, fair ball. To first, it short hops him, but a nice pick.
Hablador.
Was a big contributor for them in the win. Had 3 hits, 1 of them a homer.
Well, Boog, can't say enough about what he did for him in this one. He's a big reason they got the W, and it's easy to see why he's a key contributor for him.
Alberto Rosa with an eye-popping. Next to hit for the Nats, Alberto Rosa. 3 hits last night, so he was a big factor in getting that win. Swing and a ball driven out to center. That one carrying and brings it in at the wall. Top of the 2nd. Now here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, Spencer Torkelson. And he makes the grab. And a quick out, number 1.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Runner at second, 2 down. And that's a base hit. Here comes Wood around third. In comes the run from second. He's in there. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. Man on second, 2 down. Runner takes off for third. In the dirt. And in comes the runner from second to score. A big mistake there. Now at the plate, Kevin McGonigal. That's smacked on a line to center. Makes the grab.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Base hit. And out to a board.
The batter, number 5.
Here's C.J. Abrams now. And that'll load the bases.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at-bat.
And now the right fielder, Luke Raley. Bounce towards the hole at short. McGonigal. They take the force out. Bang, bang play, and the inning. So up next, Colt Keith. The Nationals leading by 3, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Hammered, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Now the number 2 hitter, Alberto Rosa. On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul. Right through there for a strike. Rosa thought that one missed, and here comes a challenge. So the call will stand. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. Oh, and 2 now. That one is absolutely belted. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. Here comes Wood around third. The relay throw. Safe. It's 4-zip. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
He's trying for third. Pitch way inside. Throw bounces, and he's in there safely with the stolen base.
Very risky right there to try to steal third with 2 outs and a...
Now a step off to third. He hits the dirt, and he's safe, safe, safe. I don't believe it. The Jets stole home. Rosa had a sensational showing in the win. 3 hits and a couple of runs knocked in.
I'll tell you, Boog, I was excited every time he came up. When a player is locked in like he was, it's a really special feeling. Great job in this one.
Sí, por cada que tú dices de eso, tú pones la cara de una vez, como quien dice ella. No es fácil. Vamos a...
Alberto Rosa. Fresh.
Vamos del palo.
All right, just about ready for baseball. Nolan Shanuel now at the plate. And there's a rocket into the outfield.
Okay.
Around first, heading for 2. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Everything came together for him. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Out towards right center field. It gets down, a base hit. And a man aboard. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. Runner takes off in the dirt. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Pretty impressive from the 3-hole hitter. Picks up the single, then swipes second to get into scoring position. Now, that's not going to show up on the slugging percentage.
Runner on the go again. On the ground to third.
Hold up, right here.
Whips it to
Hold on, right here.
And there are 2 outs.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over,
Mejor va
hit the
home.
ball
Let
on
me
the
feel
ground,
home.
kill some worms while you're at it.
Misfield home.
Now a step off to third.
Misfield home.
He'll score.
Here we go.
On the board first, it's 1-0.
He won home. I know everything.
First and second, no outs. Christopher Morel, the next to hit for the Angels. Payoff pitch. This one in the air, center field.
No te vayas, que te mato. No te vayas, que te
Brings it
mato.
in. Runner tags at second. Throw into third. He's safe at third, and the tying run is 90 feet away. Right through there for a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
2 on, 1 out. That one hammered left
Bueno,
field.
entonces fue.
Carrying well. Out of here into the visitors' bullpen. His second of the year, and they throw 3 on the board. It's 7-1.
Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
1 down. Now it's the right fielder, Josh Lowe. Here's a 1-1. Now a screamer into the outfield, and that's got extra bases written all over it. He's in at second with a 1-out double.
A little more backspin on that instead of the top spin, and he's jogging around the bases rather than pulling up at second.
2 outs, 2 in scoring position.
Toma, para que respete.
Deep left field, and forget it. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add on. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
El mejor del aula. Está preso bajo el aula. Lomo. Con la cámara, con la cámara, con la cámara, con la cámara.
Allowing the ball to travel, it's pure reaction to hit a
Toma.
pitch in that location. That's a tremendous swing.
So 2 down. Now the number 2 hitter, Alberto Rosa.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
No question about this one. It's out of here.
You kidding me?
And he's gone yard again. That's his 3rd home run of the game.
El número 3. El jonrón número 3.
11-4. Siggy, that's his 50th career homer.
¿Tú te imaginas que de
It might
4?
not sound like a huge number, but it's a nice little milestone that a lot of guys don't get to. He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. A 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
So 2 down. Next to hit for the Nats, Alberto Rosa.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
That smash towards center. And that's the 3rd out.
Está muy afuera.
We look ahead.
Yeah.
Rosa had a great showing in the win. Smashed 3 homers at the plate.
Well, Boog,